I hope everybody is doing well. We got a late start to the day because I got a little information over the weekend, and I actually believe I'm at an upchurching the title of this one, so I don't want to waste his time. You're more than welcome to stay, but I stumbled ass backwards in a comment on a John Rich Revelations reaction and gave it a little heart, and underneath it were two comments from 7 months ago. Hattie, who's been following the channel and loves you, Ryan loves you. I mean, she said that her and someone else like shouted me out in a live stream or something, and I just, wow. Now, when I found that Saturday at work, I was getting my ass handed to me. I took that out and showed a coworker, and it was the second grade. One of the best flexes I've had since I had the channel, and I queued up this moment because the channel's got few and far between moments. Now I think it's kind of because of
I've never seen. They're doing everything to where our kind of people don't talk to each other, bro. That's what it is.
I sort of believe that. Now this, ironically enough, is from 7 months ago. Ange and I jumped out the window and just started going back and trying to find everything that was posted from the time frame of the comments, because, as I said, I just don't think Hattie was blowing smoke at all. The second comment was, I didn't quite... Okay, just to be fair, because I didn't understand this. Congratulations to the spokesperson recommendation shout out from church. Keep on keeping it on, brother. And then Hattie, who Hattie been here since day one. I think she been here since the first Upchurch reaction. And I just looked. We got over 300 Upchurch reactions on the channel. Hattie, we love you. And thank you for everything, for every moment you've been along for the ride. But she's like, Upchurch gave you a shout out on his live just now. And I don't think they're lying to me. So long story short, that's not a good...
Never seen a live stream look blank like
You're
that.
getting screwed right here, and your shit's all jacked up. That's just
only Ryan up churches, bro. Right. Somebody said earlier, they said, I've never seen this many fake pages of a celebrity or a public figure or anybody in general. This is insane. And it is. I can't even make a...
Well, it's because I think not that you don't got merch, because I saw your show, right? And your merch line was the bomb-ass killer. But it seemed like most of the shit you say is like what I want to get to here in a moment, falls in the line of realistic, whether someone likes it or not. And then there's, all the other sides of you. And I'm still not that. That's why I didn't even know you. That's why I didn't know. That's why I ain't cultivated a thing since the channel started. But I know this. Neither one of us, we don't steer clear from telling it the way we think it is. And I think that's what you're going to get to say here in a moment. So I'm going to let this play for a sec, but I just wanted to say thank you. Any attempt at acknowledgement, the follow when I first started, the number one flex from the 3.5 years I've been doing this is I can look someone square in the face and I'm like, well, Upchurch called us Auntie and Uncle Roland and Angie once. It's in the comments. I'm like, that bring a little tear to my eyes. Thank you. I don't know. You're the same age as my kids. I'd be damn proud. Thank you. Now, the rest, because you're probably busy. Just in general. Man, we got some reactions coming up to Upchurch, and we got some other stuff. But the truth of the matter is we're going to check this out a little bit farther because there's a point he was going to make. And when I was looking for this, my ego flared a hair, and I went looking here and there. I came up empty, but I did find this.
The fucking TikTok, because they're like, sorry, you can't. You're trying to...
I was trying to figure it out if that was like a pulled pork in a fucking baked potato. It killed me. We watched like a couple hour and a half of Upchurch ranting, which was very enjoyable and funny. But this one, I couldn't figure out what he's eating, but he did recommend this barbecue place, and I'll tell you this. Good barbecue is hard to find. Shitty knockoff stuff like at the supermarket. Nah, you can find that slop anywhere. Good barbecue. Ooh, tasty.
Impersonate Ryan Upchurch.
Yeah, because there's 50 of them.
Sorry, y'all. I can't see nothing y'all are saying.
I think, personally, I'm just gonna. Now this goes back in time and shit, but I think they would allow more like that to grift off his name because he doesn't go out there and take the. It's weird because I started talking directly to Upchurch, so I feel weird right now because hopefully you watch to the end. But I think it's because you don't take that contract, you don't take that deal. And it seems like everybody else kind of is looking for that, and it comes up so often. It comes up that why would they stop people dicking with you because you don't want to play their game? And the truth is, if they can't get a buck off you, do they give a fuck about you in the first place? I don't think so. I really don't. I wasn't supposed to curse so much in this because I was going to add up church. Fuck it.
Man, but
man, that's so good. I've never seen it do that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, I think it's pulled pork or pulled chicken on a baked potato, but I really want to know. Fuck it. I really wanted him to look at the bar I works at because it's for sale. I think it'd be a good investment vehicle, but I got to stop pitching that. But I do want to know what the hell he was eating here.
me either.
And no, I didn't even get what you meant with them spamming your thing with those recovery. I didn't even.
Did you
click
see it?
with the recovery? Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh,
Road to recovery. Like, what? You need to do that road to recovery shit for the people that are for the other team. We don't do that. But anyway, well, I was saying, what I hope you unload that in a minute.
Now, that's actually what I wanted to say first. No fucks given. He's just going to eat his fucking dinner. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I like that. That's the, if you really want to know, it's the Tarantino scene in True Romance, where he says, guys sit down and just start eating my egg rolls and be like, I don't know. He don't give a fuck. Maybe he don't. Then the, as honest as it just rolling off his tongue, hey, I'm going to help you do that in a minute, because we just don't see enough of that. We don't see enough humans helping other humans out. We see so many people taken from each other. And I can pull up multiple videos of them working, doing chores, and actually being active as part of the content they're producing. So I also don't like to steer clear. I mean, it appears we don't steer clear from manual labor, and I respect that. So once again, there's these reasons I shouldn't have fucking missed that moment, and I should have tried to do something with all this, but I can't even stop checking check boxes. But then there might be a reason why.
I'm gonna slam this real quick. Another thing, you gotta start realizing that, and I realized this. I was one of them people where I was like, I don't want nothing to do with the politics anymore. I ain't talking about it. We don't have a choice. Okay, I figured that out. We don't have a choice. We have to have an opinion on it. So I'm not too correct. We have opinions on it. It's whether we share them or not. Because I hate to quote Rush, but even if we choose not to decide, we still have made a choice, right? So ignorance, we choose ignorance as bliss. We have a pro or con or neutral position hiding inside us. What we need is the voice and the ability to express it. And that was taken away for a long time. I can really understand the blowback in society right now. And I think this is the perfect moment where it didn't nothing but hamstring the channel. But from the get-go, the channel started because we wanted to talk about ethyl oxide on the nasal swabs and its connection to soft tissue, mucous membrane damage, shit like that. This is from a Webby tune, but we're not here to talk about him. Point is, I was finding integrity in a few places. I was finding controversy in a few places. And I'm like, man, that's a good reason to start doing reactions,
because everybody else is just trying to sell me a like, click, and subscribe rant that I'm willing to tolerate to get to the material. I ain't no different. I tell you it ain't a radio station. I tell you to go somewhere else, and I tell you to do whatever you got to do, because at that moment I'm supposed to be begging you for something else anyways. I saw this formula and I was like, I didn't want no part of it. Now, I've had some mad rap skills, and if you wait all the way to the end, I guess I'm going to share something with you that's as embarrassing as fuck, but my honey says I got some bars. I've been working on a little something. Basically, after 3.5 years listening to rap, country rap, and other music, and my love of, let's just say, esoteric knowledge, I came up with a little, a beginning of a little tune of my own, but I'm going to share it here because I probably ain't going to make it go nowhere. Well, country magic. It's kind of cool. But
there's at least topics we can talk about as a country to figure shit out. And I don't mean name calling each other and shit. I mean actually figuring shit out.
Now, this came up the other day, and I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll get to me embarrassing myself because I really don't actually want to waste Ryan's time. We had all I know is that that's what the channel's been about. We mix it up. We've got to have conversations, and right now it seems like, fuck, did I blow it after 11 minutes? I think I might have blown it. Okay, yeah, I almost lost it, but I didn't. I was going to tie it to a reaction the other day. We're changing topics. On this channel, Ryan referenced something about recovery. I don't know what that recovery was, and I think that was something they were spamming his channel with, as he was saying. I reference the actual big book and some other recovery, even though, yeah, I think it's a complicated subject. But I was looking at it this way. You can find yourself with a group of people sitting around smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, telling war stories about how high they got last month. And you are accomplishing nothing but probably checking a box for your parole officer. Or you can find a group of like-minded individuals who are actually tired of the consequences that they have and would like to work on something better to give up the consequences they're suffering from. Now you've taken the first step to doing something. I don't know if being a rambling, ranting idiot is doing something, but having someone like Upchurch give me a little endorsement when I know you can be on any side of the fucking thing you want to be. I go by what the man has said, and I'd be damn proud if he was my son, stepson, cousin, nephew, whatever the fuck he would be. I'd be damn proud. Because I think with all the everything included, the head on his shoulders pretty solid. And some of these ideas is about bringing people together, not pushing them apart. And then I hear, I just got done doing Just Trey, Redneck. And he got his rebel flag out there, and he's doing his thing, and it was fucking banger. But I appreciate when Upchurch mentions some of the heat and shit that he catches that from, let's say, the purple-haired activists. Because the truth is, I think back to being a kid and the Duke Boys and this other stuff, and at no point did any of this stuff come off as perpetuating a oppressive framework to keep anyone down. It just seemed like regional pride and differences, but was still made up the fabric of the nation, the whole, just different parts of it. And it's always kind of grateful for that because, you know, look at Europe and little differences. They'll put up a fucking border, fight over it, argue this, that. I mean, our differences aside, my whole life from, let's say, the 70s on, It was just a pretty decent place to live. And then I watched 20 years make people feel bad and shitty, hate each other, when what we really need to do was get together either around the barbecue, around the coffee pot, around the break room, and have honest conversations with each other that had nothing to do with the mainstream narrative influencing us. And I think if we would have just kept talking to each other and stopped letting the system bullshit us, we'd be in a better place. But I get that. I think that's what he's talking about, because I think that there's all these utopian views of it all. Oh, if you believe me and get behind my banner, it'll be perfect. The problem is, no, it doesn't appear that that's the case. It appears you just get more people in your mob. But when the masses and so many people united come together under like a common cause, well, yeah, you could be a beacon. I think those are the ideas that I hear talked about, and I respect that. So, in case you made it to the end, it's a long time. Thank you. I appreciate you, and your shit inspires me. Your concert. We're also writing a little song on the side to about the concert we went and saw. It's just seeing if we can pull something off. So I'm gonna hold on a second. I would say I am a lot more willing to make an ass of myself than I should be. So I'm going this way. This was a little bit earlier when I was hanging out with the honey. We were playing around, and I was just like, this whole thing is, I just didn't like it. And let's play with some words. And I got no voice for this shit. No golden honey molasses undertones there. Just fucking 35 years of smoking. Yay. With that country magic, you'll need a pesky jackrabbit, but you'll only need a foot, a pinch of dust from the holler, and an old silver dollar, and a shot of Cheatham Brown to boot. Mix it up well, drop it in a well, I guess you just wait for the spell to take root. Telling stories around the fire, nothing but nature for miles, only God and the earth to hear your truth. Some call it prayer, other calls it passion. When you're manifesting love, it's the purest of actions. From the cricket's song to the firefly's light, under the moon and stars, I bind our future just right. Yeah. So that was my day. I was doing that. Now it disappeared because I got everything labeled shitty. I ain't gonna do nothing with that. I don't even think it's that good. But Edge liked it, so that's what counted. And we're gonna go do a couple Upchurch songs because I made an ass of myself long enough. I just appreciate him. I think we should tell the truth. I think we should be real to ourselves. And stick to your guns. I mean, if you believe in something, believe in it. Don't just be wishy-washy. And there was enough over here to make me feel like I've had faith in an artist at a kind of a high level for a long time. And I've never had that betrayed, which I think is a big fucking deal.
And I don't mean name calling each other and shit. I mean actually figuring shit out. The people who want to figure shit out on both sides, they need to talk to each other. Exclude all the other ones that don't really want to talk about no shit, because they ain't doing nothing anyways. As far as public figures go, you know what I hate? I hate when there are public figures that are so big and they don't say shit about shit. They just shut up and don't say shit.
Yeah. Now, I don't think I'm any of these things, but I know I don't steer clear of saying what I think or feel, or taking an artist who's got a ton of, let's say, cult members and mixing it up. Like, hey, that's just a human who sings, right? you know, I appreciate the inspiration. I appreciate the words. And I sure the hell appreciate the music. We got a couple tracks coming up. We Don't and Steer Clear, which all added to the whole experience. So, later.